Welcome back to Loving Living Local. Good morning. It is time for another Medical Minute. And again, we are here today at Colorado Springs Orthopaedic Group with Dr. Sung. Thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you.
So we're going to talk about pain management today for people that are having some issues with that. So for patients who suffer from chronic pain, how do you determine what the best treatment options are for their individual case? Because not everybody does so well with taking a pill every day. Could be, something like that. How do you know what to give them?
I think that you hit on the important point that everyone's an individual, and you really need to get a sense for what is causing their pain. If we can find the actual pain generator, oftentimes that involves imaging, x-rays, MRIs, nerve testing, and most importantly, talking with the patient.
I think also, too, something to keep in mind, too, is when you're just taking a pill, that can just be like a Band-Aid. It really doesn't take the pain away. So can you kind of tell us what a spinal stimulator is and how long does that procedure take?
Sure. A spinal cord stimulator is a device that we implant along the spinal cord. It electrically stimulates the spinal cord and can suppress or calm nerve irritation. It usually takes about an hour to do in the outpatient center.
Okay, so it's really quick, and does it actually work with pain?
It does. If we're considering that as an option for a patient, we will usually send them for a trial, and they can have a temporary version of this placed through a needle, and for about 5 days they use the device, and they can sense whether or not it's helping to control their pain.
Okay, so the average success rate, like what do you think that is, and how often do they have to replace that needle?
Sure. I would say on average, patients that respond to this therapy report anywhere from about 50 to 70% improvement in their pain. And these batteries that run these devices can last up to 9 years. And some of that depends on how much they use it and at what frequency they use it.
So can they adjust their pain management according to the level of pain that they're having? Or is that just kind of a one blanket thing?
No, these devices are programmable and adjustable. It's either done through an app through your phone or through a remote. And so patients can adjust different settings and different frequencies and how strong the stimulation is as their pain dictates.
So you can literally have an app on your phone and be like, well, today I'm really feeling it, and kind of adjust it with your phone?
Yes.
That is incredible. Okay, so how long does it take to recover when you get that implant?
It takes an hour to do the surgery. It's done as an outpatient, but with all outpatient surgeries, it takes about 2 to 4 weeks to fully recover from a procedure.
And does that start helping immediately? Is that right away?
It can take a few days to kick in. It doesn't control postoperative pain well, so we usually give the patients a few days to recover from the surgery and then work on the programming to fine-tune it to control their pain.
Wow. So then somebody kind of explains to them how they can manipulate that, and then they just do it until they feel comfortable.
Correct.
That's incredible. Wow, I'd never heard of that. So when do you recommend that a patient gets this kind of therapy?
I think that if you're an individual dealing with chronic pain, it's important to get evaluated so you know what's your source of pain and what your treatment options are, including spinal cord stimulation.
Okay, because there's different types of pain management for everybody. You just have to find what's right for you.
Absolutely.
That's interesting. I'd never heard of that. It's amazing that you can actually have a phone and kind of decide how you're feeling right from that.
It's new technology.
Thank you so much for telling us about that this morning, Dr. Sung. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
If you would like to get some more information on Colorado Springs Orthopaedic Group, you can go online to csog.net.